Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Emily and I make 2 YouTube videos a week, one about books and one about beauty. So today we are going to be doing a eyeshadow tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to create this look with a spooky smoky eye. You only need one eyeshadow, and that is a black eyeshadow. So if you want to learn how to use some black eyeshadow, which I know can be intimidating for some people, if you want to learn how to create a fun Halloween spooky smoky eye, then keep watching.
Honey? Honey?
Okay, so I have primed my face and my eyelids. I'm all ready to go, and we are ready to get started with this spooky smoky eye tutorial. So I'm going to show you all the things you need. It's not very many. So the first is any black eyeshadow. I'm using the eyeshadow at the end of this 90s Mood e.l.f. palette, but I've got black eyeshadows in tons of palettes. This is just a nice creamy, easy to blend one. So find yourself a black eyeshadow. I'm sure if you've got a collection of them, you have it in some palette. And then you're going to need 2 brushes. A nice kind of under eye smudging brush is what I usually use this for. But anything that's kind of flat, a flat shader brush will do if you don't have a brush like this. And then a fluffier blending brush. And then you're also going to need a black eyeliner. I'm going to use 2, but you don't have to. I'm going to use a liquid liner for the top and then a pencil liner for the bottom. But you can use one or the other depending on what you have. So we're going to go ahead and dip the little smudge brush into that black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to lay it down on top of my upper lash line on my lid. So once I have that laid down kind of on my lash line as like a really thick, messy liner, I'm going to take my fluffy brush and just blend that upward. So the first time I do that, it should give me kind of a patchy gray wash of color on my eyes, but I'm just going to keep repeating that process of laying down that thicker black shadow and blending it out and upward onto the lid over and over again until I have kind of the result that I'm looking for. Here is an example of why I always do my eyes before I do my foundation, because it's a lot easier to wipe that away and clean that up when I haven't done my foundation yet. So just repeat that process as many times as you want to or feel like you need to. I did it 3 or 4 times. I kind of didn't really count, but this is how mine ended up. And I know I'm looking kind of a mess, but that's because I still need to clean it up before I do my base. And you can leave it like this, add liner, and keep following the rest of the tutorial. Or if you're like me and you want a little something extra, something a little more fun, you can take a topper shadow, and I'm going to use the ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade Ritz, and you can add that topper shadow to add a little bit of excitement. So this is just a matte black smoky eye, right? Smoky in the true sense where it like may look a little patchy, but like that's kind of the vibe we're going for, of just really blown out black shadow. But I want to add a little sparkle and a little texture. So I'm going to take this shadow, and I think that this Super Shock is perfect for this because the base is not very pigmented. It's really more of a method for putting like a glitter on your eye, but any kind of topper shadow that's like a little more sheer and sparkly, any kind of vibe you want to go for. So I just apply this. I apply most Super Shocks this way. Just rub my ring finger in there, and then I'm just gonna tap it on my eye like this. I'm just gonna tap it on the inner part of my eye, like where in a normal eyeshadow look I would lay down the shimmer. So you see how with that, the smokiness still shines through, but we just added a little bit of interest. If you were using this 90s Mood palette, there's a gray kind of silvery shimmer in here that you could, if you were really careful with it, you could tap it on there. But I feel like ColourPop Super Shocks are the perfect kind of topper shadow for this. And if you own a lot of ColourPop palettes, especially if you own the recent ones, there's probably a Super Shock actually in the palette, even if you're not big into the single ones. Alright, so next I'm going to take my trusty black liquid liner and just add a thin line. Remember, it's smoky, so it's not like, with the vibe I'm going for, I don't want to go for a big, thick, defined Instagram glam kind of wing, but since I added that topper and you can't see the buildup of the black shadow along my lashes as much, I'm just gonna bring that thin line in to kind of add a small bit of structure to a pretty unstructured look. Okay, so if you have watched any of my makeup tutorials before, you know how this goes. I'm going to just kind of clean up my eyes and do my foundation and concealer. Then I will be back to finish my eyes. Then I'm going to finish the rest of my face. So, see you in a second. So it's time to finish the eyes. So I've told you I would clean up and it would look a lot better, right? I wiped away all of that excess kind of fallout. With black eyeshadow, I really, really recommend, even if you're a steadfast, do your base first kind of person, just trust me and do your eyes first if you're working with a lot of black eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take my pencil liner and I'm gonna line my waterline and my lash line. I'm using the e.l.f. Active Workout Ready Eye Pencil, and I broke mine, so the little eyeliner is floating around in here, but it still works fine. I just every time have to put it back into the actual pencil holder. So get yourself a nice creamy eyeliner. If you don't have a creamy eyeliner, then you can just do this with eyeshadow, but I know putting it in my waterline, a pencil eyeliner will bother me a lot less than an eyeshadow would. Okay, so once you've got a nice sloppy, creamy black liner on the bottom and you're looking like you're going to middle school in 2008, go ahead and get that smudge brush back out and we are just gonna smudge the heck out of that. So when you're done, it should look something like this. And you could be done right here, but I am very much an inner corner sparkle kind of person. I always like to have something on the inner corner of my eyes to kind of pull the whole look together. So there are a few options you could use for your inner corner. One that is always a great option is whatever highlighter you're gonna use on your cheeks, because that really makes the whole look very cohesive, brings it all together. I do that a lot if I don't have a good inner corner shade in my palette. You could also use whatever you used as a shadow topper as your inner corner highlight, but I am going to go ahead and dip into a totally different palette. And I'm going to pull out my Frozen 2 ColourPop Elsa palette, and I'm going to use this silver in here that's called Ice Crystals, and this silver is one of the best silvers like I've ever used. So I'm going to use this on my inner corner, and I always use this brush to do my inner corner. It's from e.l.f. It's like the Precision Detail pencil brush or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to use this and just dab that silver on the inner corner to kind of bring everything together. There we go. That is the final eye look. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish my face, do my hair, get dressed, all that stuff, and I will be back to show you the final look. And please remember, I don't show you every single thing that I put on my face, but everything is always linked down below. In my book videos and my beauty videos, everything that's on my face is always linked in the description box. But since I use the same concealer, the same foundation, the same bronzer, the same mascara, all of that, like I have my staples that I use every single look. It kind of feels like a waste of time to share all of that with you and have you watch me putting it on. It's just kind of whatever, you know? So if you are ever wondering about anything I don't show on camera, it's always linked in the description box below. So I will see you in a second with a final look. So here is our final look. Decided to do something a little fun with my hair. And for my blush, I decided to go really Halloween here, right? And I used this orange. It's called White Peach. It's the e.l.f. Face Duo in White Peach, but it's really more of a straight up orange blush, at least on me. And I used the highlighter that went along with it. And then on my lips, I used this lip set I got from Smoky. That's the lip liner in Warm Nude and the lip powder in the shade Stunner. So that is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see your spooky smoky eyes. So if you post them on social media, please tag me. I would love to see it, and leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite thing about Halloween. I'm not the biggest Halloween fan, but you know, there are parts of it that I can get into. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications before you go, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.